Hello guys, how are we doing? Welcome back to the Free Hammers. Thank you for all the views yesterday and all the comments with the video. It seems that my opinion was quite universal, that most people are glad that it's happened early, this Jesse Lingard thing, that he's rejected Moyes and Moyes wasn't able to convince him, and it hopefully gives us a chance to move on to different players. I'm not saying better players, for example, but different players out there that were on the list. Like I say, I just wanted it done early. It was either he's coming or he's not coming. We're not having another summer. Part of me does think that there may still be something in this, and whether he's waiting for other offers. But again, for me personally, now I would not do this deal. If he's waiting for Newcastle for a big offer, or there are rumours about playing in Saudi Arabia or things like that, just let him go. It's a World Cup year. He could have had a chance. He could have come in at West Ham. Really performed well and pushed himself in that England squad. But listen, time to move on. And one player that we may move on to is a player that you guys will know. We were linked with him before, I believe, before he went to Watford when he was playing for Rennes, the team that hopefully we sign a gird from in the next couple of days. Is Ismail Sarr. 24 Senegalese international. You will know him well. I don't have to discuss too much about him, but I will. What I like about him, you get it for about 25 million. Obviously, Watford have just been relegated. We're linked with Dennis and Ishmael, so I don't think we'll sign both. We'll sign one or the other, I reckon. Plays on the right hand side, which obviously is Bowen's position, so that's the only thing that maybe. But he did start playing as a striker towards the end of the season. We know that Moyes likes converted wingers rather than the out and out strikers. Arnautovic, Antonio, we've seen it before, even Bowen himself. Unless he's thinking that maybe Ismail Sarr takes that position and Bowen plays more as a striking role. He's proved he can finish Bowen, so maybe something he's looking at there. He won the African Nations this year. Like I say, winger, can play through the middle as well. His strengths, guys, listen, fantastic dribbler, and something that West Ham lack massively, and this has been for years, is pace. And this guy is blistering pace. And I know I don't like comparing to FIFA, but I do believe in the Premier League he is one of the fastest players in the Premier League. He's a fantastic dribbler, fantastic pace, as I said, really good finisher. His finishing has improved really well. He scored 24 in 92 for Watford. I think he got 10 last year. Likes to cut inside, likes to dribble. Weaknesses is he sometimes gets caught offside quite a lot. Crossing can be weak. Maybe that's why he's playing for the centre a lot. And defensive contribution, again, something that we know that David Moyes really likes to see in his players. So again, is he looking at him as more as a striker? And the same with Dennis. Again, if we did sign both Dennis and Ismail Sarr, you'd have to say that's not bad. I would have to say, if we did sign both, let's be realistic with the Rafinha one. I think Rafinha has his heart set on, a Champions League team like a Barcelona, I think Liverpool were looking at him, I believe. I read that Arsenal and Tottenham are looking at him as well. I know Arsenal are not a Champions League club, but they are slightly just that level above, just slightly. And I was joking about the Bowen thing yesterday, but again, if I was Bowen, I wouldn't go there. But Rafinha, I could see why he would, because Leeds are just, sort of just not quite there at the moment, are they? So yeah, but the next one down the list, if it's Sarr, to Rafinha, you've got to say it's a decent deal. You've got to say. We'll see. Another one that's linked today, Lewis O'Brien, talking of Leeds. They were looking at him from Huddersfield. Obviously, Huddersfield unsuccessful in their claim to get back in the Premier League. Centre midfielder, but can play left back and left midfield and can play quite a few positions, which is always good to have a player like that in your team. He's 23. Comes originally from Essex, born in Colchester, I believe. But grew up as a Man City fan. Like I say, Leeds have dropped out. 10 million you can get him for. Strengths of dribbling. Defensive contribution is listed as a plus. He's a very good passer, very good tackler. Weaknesses was finishing, which, for a midfielder, not a big deal. You've got your strikers to do that, and his job probably isn't, to score the goals. It's more to create the goals. So it's good. We've lost Prowse, we've lost Noble. Need some centre midfielders to beef up that midfield. Not necessarily going to be a starter, but we definitely need some midfielders like that, and he would be a good one for the Conference League and a good one to give players a rest and a good one to bring on. I'm all for this deal, 10 million. I like players from the Championship. So yeah, he would beef the squad up nicely. A bit of a project player, a basically a direct replacement for Mark Noble, because you would expect that it's going to be Rice and Soucek, or Rice and, if you believe the rumours, James Ward-Prowse. And anyone who would have watched the England game last night, I don't think it quite worked. Declan Rice man of the match last night, but James Ward-Prowse, I deliberately took a real good look at him because I thought, right, here we go. Right, this is what West Ham, this is what David Moyes, if you believe what you read, wants to be his centre midfield next year. Whether it would play out exactly how they did, maybe there would be a more central player that sat behind them. I don't know whether he'd play a deeper 3 and not so much the 10. I don't know. Ward-Prowse was, fantastic corner delivery, and as I said, you would expect that he can spray the pass lovely. But I don't know whether them two would quite work. Again, I'm not a Premier League manager, and I'm not privy to the ideas that David Moyes has going forward. But as much as I'm a massive fan of James Ward-Prowse, and listen, I'll be fantastic if it happens, I can't quite see how it works. Let me know what you guys think on that. Where do you think that works? And if it's not James Ward-Prowse, and let's say we have got that level of money for that one big marquee one, if you're talking like a big centre midfielder, who would yours be? I think Phillips would be the better one, but I don't think Phillips would come to West Ham. I think the Phillips and Rice, we've seen how it works. They're very similar to that Soucek and Rice early days in that England Euros tournament, where Phillips would go forward, Rice sits, and then the vice versa. I think they have a better partnership. The Basuma one was a bit disappointing that apparently we're not going to go through with that. If that price is rumoured to be true, 25 million, I can't see why we're not going for him. We know that Declan Rice has said he's one of the best and hardest players he's played against. So the fact that, we're not... Surely, Dex has had a conversation with Moyes going, look, Basuma, put him next to me. We can really go on. I don't know, guys. It's open now. Let's put a little bit of pressure on. As a fan base, I watch West Ham Fan TV's Friday Night Pint. Love that show. It's one of my favourite shows on YouTube. And I have to say, I agree with what Nicky said earlier doors in that, if you've ever caught up with it. He said, you're damned if you do moan, and then by the end of it, you're told, we can't moan about it now because it's already done. So there has to be that slight level of pressure towards the board and towards Moyes to get some deals done, because we do not want another situation that we've seen so many times where we leave it to the last week, we're rushing deals through, or not quite doing it, and then before you know it, we're left short again. It's really early. It is really, really early, and I'm not panicking, but there has to be some pressure put on. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this week. Usually I have a rest on a Sunday, but I didn't do a video earlier in this week, so I wanted to keep up, the consistent 6 videos a week. I'll be back tomorrow on my walk. Hopefully some news soon. Some really, really soon. Come on, you irons. Keep believing. Let me know what you think. Let's go.